Hello everyone, and today we're going to talk about Zoroark. Now, of course, believe in fronting the knowledge, so we're going to go over this quick gameplay that I was able to do a lot of damage very quickly, and why I still think this is the best jungler in the game. Now, the sub points to this is, of course, like, how does Zoroark play right now? What are some tricks that you can use? And of course, the last part is like, why does Zoroark sometimes struggle? So, if you're all for that, stay, butts glued to the seat, go grab yourself a drink, get comfortable, and get ready to watch a video. And if that's not for you, drop a like, sub. I hope that you're enjoying my content so far, and if not, just leave a comment on what you would like to see me do instead. Now, of course, let's get right into the meat and bones of the video today. And that's going to be the very simple idea that Zoroark is the god of jungle. This Pokemon, I can't explain how powerful this thing is. It is like a cheetah and a panther were combined into a deadly killing machine. You hit level 5 and you choose between one of two god modes. One is a dash that cannot be stopped by anything possible in the game that you can exploit using auto attack cancelling and score cancelling techniques. Or the other one is an infinite dash that basically goes forever. If you click full heal at the right times, you basically go invincible even. It's beautiful. Zoroark is a character of beauty, and it is so strong. And you're going to watch as I go through this gameplay, that when you have a supporter helping you throughout the game and you have like a strong tank and team comp, it is actually like unbearable. There's almost nothing that the opponents can do. And I think it's fine when it can be measured like that. Like, I feel like this is a character that rewards a high level of skill. But okay, enough of me jerking off about Zoroark. I want to speak a little bit more about like what makes this character so good. So how do we play Zoroark and what makes it so good? Right away, Zoroark is the essence of what a speedster should be. In and out, controlled aggression. Run into the enemy team. When they do not know that you're coming, or when you have a good angle or you have good opportunity, you jump them really hard and really fast. And then from there, you continue the snowball by leaving just a little bit of space, a little bit of room. Wait for your second chance to strike. Remember, as I said, you're an assassin. Understand that you're an assassin, but then you're an assassin with the capability of absolutely wrecking havoc. So the whole idea should be, hey, look, like, I'm going in, I deal as much as I can, and then I look for angles which, allow me to stay in the fight. And if I can't stay in the fight anymore, I retreat. But if I can, I just keep looking for these angles. I keep looking to apply pressure. You can just see me roll through the enemy team, repositioning constantly, refinding angles that are just strong and stronger and stronger. And like, even with the tank in front of me, the Gudra, like, nothing is able to really like stop me. Considering I have the Comfy as a support, and I take cut this game. So I'm going to talk a bit about that decision. But yeah, the essence of why you want to play Zoroark like this, I feel like the best way to play this character is in the sense that, okay, what you want to do is you want to methodically go in and out, get your picks, reposition, and then do the same again. I feel like it's almost like a very simple playstyle. I was listening to Overlord today, and I think the best way that he described it was, it's a character that aims to do the same thing repetitively, just from different perspectives. And if you can do that, I feel like this character is insane. You want to go in, repeat your combo the same way that you practice in hundreds and hundreds of practice tool games, and then, go about your day in business because you've wiped out the enemy team. That's how this character is going to play. In and out, do your combo, escape. Do your combo, escape. And then that's how you do it. And like, of course, you can re-angle it. You can optimize the positioning and the decision-making of your combo. But that's generally the gist of it, and I think that's what makes this character so powerful, because the consistency is there. Like, when you talk about strong characters, you want them to be somewhat consistent in any variety, and Zoroark is very consistent in what it wants to deliver and achieve in a game. Like, we're not asking Zoroark to go and do something new every game, we're asking Zoroark to repeatedly do the same thing, but with different decisions in mind, and that's what makes this character so powerful. So now that we've gone a little bit about, like, maybe some new approaches to playing it, I'm going to talk about this decision to go cut in this game. I just look at their team. I don't really want to stun them so much. Like, I was thinking about it, but I was like, okay, the extra bit of lifesteal actually going to save me. They have, like, a lot of burst damage that can be really annoying. And if I already have a Comfy on me, I'm going to have so much sustain. Like, they're not going to really have enough damage to take me down because they don't have the CC. It's momentary. It's enough to annoy my combo, but if I actually have sustain to go through it, well, then they can't do anything. And as you can see, the Comfy and me are just completely tearing apart their team because of this. I think this is a prime example of why Zoroark is one of the most dominant Pokemon in the game, because you have so much flexibility, like the ability to, like, poor Greninja, like, is unable to get into the game, unable to really do too much because the Zoroark's just all over them, all in their face the whole time, and there's just not really much they can do. Like, what are they expected to do? like, oh, I'm just not going to die to Zoroark is like what the Greninja's going to say. But what actually ends up happening is I out-sustain the Greninja. Okay, here I'm going to die for sure. Well, too many sure hits, and I end up with the death. But yeah, there's no real like angle for that Pokemon to succeed, and I just get further and further ahead. You're like a giant snowball gaining steam down a mountain, and then eventually, when you hit someone, you're going to explode into a bunch of ice shards and one-tap someone, and that's great. I think that's a. Is it strong? Yes. Is it a little bit too strong? Probably. But that's why we're saying it's the god of the jungle. So now that you know a little bit about the decision making behind why I went cut in this game and not Shadow Claw, I hope that sometimes you can be as creative and decide, oh, okay, this might not be a game for Shadow Claw, or this might be a game for Night Slash. I think both movesets are very strong, and I've seen both succeed enormously. I think the better moveset is probably the one with the animation cancel. It is ridiculous in that extent. Okay, and I miss my combo and I lose the Reggie for that. But the animation cancel and the speed of it, like including the invulnerability ability, makes it like, I do like Feint Attack more, but I feel like the skill cap in Night Slash, particularly using like the abuse of like I don't know if it's an intentional or unintentional mechanic, but like particularly that aspect of the game makes it so powerful. Okay, and I get once again caught with the ice spears and then finished off in the combo. So now that I'm being very honest, this character is probably the best one in the game in terms of the jungle. Like where does it struggle? And I feel like you're gonna see Zoroark struggles when there's a lot of point and click abilities able to target it the whole time. Like particularly when maybe like there isn't a tank in the fight, or it's the primary target and there's no backup damage. Like that's when it really struggles, because they can easily lay everything onto you and you're quickly gonna die. Like you're not built like a very bulky character. You're pretty frail, and that frailness, it really shows in these like extended skirmishes. Missing your abilities is heavily punished. That was an amazing combo snare, by the way. But yeah, missing those abilities are heavily punished and can often lead to a lot of mishaps in the game. And that's fine. I think there's no problem with that. But it needs to be measured in a way where, oh, look, like the opponent has more options than you do. And I think like in this case, Zoroark does have more options than the opponent because it has the multitude of abilities on such a low cooldown. But in other cases, I think Zoroark doesn't actually have that much options. Like particularly because I'm running cut in this game. I'm getting a lot of healing. Like I guess at the end of the day, it's a skill-based character, right? If I don't hit my abilities, I'm doing on damage. But I think it's very easy to hit the abilities. Once you get in the hang of it and the rhythm, you're gonna like be in permanently level 15. If you have a support to help you out, it's even easier. Like this character, it controls tempo and speed of a game so well. It has so much burst damage. It does struggle into tanks at times. Maybe that's why where I would say Night Slash is like considerable and gives a good value in the game. But wow, look at that. This is the damage on Feint Attack. This is insane. And then we just take down the Goodra, and we're just looking to just keep them like, you know, we don't even want to do Rayquaza. We're so far ahead. Oh wow, I'm finding some amazing flank here. But yeah, it's just like you don't even want to. It's so strange, right? Because like engaging with tanks as Zoroark, it's a very risky affair. You want to dive the squishies only, and you want to, you know, make sure you're permanently diving the squishies. Getting a good dash here, using Unite move. I think maybe should have gotten United by the opposition, but that's fine. I don't mind not getting United. But yeah, like you have this idea. I guess diving tanks can be really problematic. Zoroark does have its counters in the game, as I said. Point and click moves. You know, characters that are able to escape its combination. Characters that are able to deal significant damage or like 1v1 it. These are characters that all win. Characters that are not weak early. Because when you're weak early, yeah, you get farmed by Zoroark, but you're not that weak. You're not going to get actually punished so hard, and that's going to stop a lot of the snowball. You see how this gameplay works. It's like I get ahead, and then I punish, rather than anything else. And that's, I guess, what makes Zoroark so unique as a character, because you want to get ahead, and then you snowball off that, and you get even further ahead. But if you don't get that initial bit of aheadness, well, then the game plays a lot differently. Okay, just the dash, the mobility in this character is always surprised me. It's absolutely absurd. Like, you have so much option, you have so much reliability for yourself and your gameplay. So, all in all, I think Zoroark's a premium S-tier character, probably the best jungler in the game. Now, in terms of, like, what I would like to see done with Zoroark, I think the character's in a perfect spot. Maybe the damage in the game, it's, like, too much, even. Like, but I feel like when you're a great Zoroark player, you feel impactful. When you're a weak one, you feel like the character isn't there yet. But I never heard anyone complaining, oh, Zoroark is having a terrible, terrible time. You do have bad time against bad matchups, but I think that, of course, has to exist in the game. So they've thinly threaded this exact like level of balance. Like the counter Pokemon make it hard, but the non-counters like have a terrible time into it. So that's when we start getting these more even games. That's when we get more balanced games. All in all, Zoroark, great Pokemon, one of the best, especially if something to learn and master, it's up there for sure. You know, that was an incredible game. Like, thanks to, you know, everyone plays with me. 154k, quite nice, I must say myself. But yeah, just another example of like, if it's the right game for Zoroark, Zoroark's going to do so much in the game and really just take over a lobby. So, all right, I hope you all enjoyed the video and, you know, leave a sub, like, and comment what you want to see down below. I'm excited to see what we have next and, you know, on the journey to 1,000 subs. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.